I'm Joe Bev, and this is the Joe Bev Show.
The Joe Bev Show, it's where you go for laughter, fun, and go. Make the most of life, relief from strife. The Joe Bev Show, you are in the know. Comedy, drama, cartoons too. The old Ranger rides again. Sherlock Holmes and Watson are your friends. The Joe Bev Show, it's time to laugh out loud. The radio is loud or soft if you like, but always fun listening both day and night. I'm Joe Bev and this is the Joe Bev Show.
This time on the Joe Bev Show, The Old Ranger, Episode 9, Flung Shoo. But first, here's Yogi and Boo Boo to present to Ranger Smith some Cullenisms by Cullen Pitman. Yogi, I see Yogi and Boo Boo with a picnic basket. Yogi, you're stealing that picnic basket.
No, sir. I'm not stealing any picnic basket. I'm only using it for the food inside for inspiration for isms.
Isms? What are isms?
Tell 'em, Boob.
Isms are food for thought. Cullenisms.
Yeah, that's right. Listen. If real men don't eat quiche, do real quiches feel the same way about men eating them?
Does strawberry shortcake prefer the name vertically challenged cake?
Do Italian restaurants need Boy Scouts to tie their garlic knots?
When ants take away your hero sandwich, does it now become an anti-hero?
If eating ribs stick to your ribs, will that cause baby back ribs to be born?
Are shish kebabs short for Shiska Roberts?
What if diva salads demanded their own salad dressing rooms?
Remember, the only time you should have a beef with somebody is at a barbecue.
Also, if you're about to have a beef with someone, put your mind in pork. Yay! Sing, Boob.
In gravy to pour on steak and peas. In gravy, substitute for melted cheese. In gravy, comes in meat or veggie brands. In gravy, just don't eat it with your hands.
Hey, Boob, that little song of yours got the Ranger so mesmerized he didn't even notice. Let's run away with the picnic basket. Yay! I'm smarter than the average bear. Yay!
Maxwell's Mighty Mug presents, by special recording, The Old Ranger. factory horse with the speed of a turtle, a lot of dust, and a hearty hi-oh aluminum, the old ranger. With his trader Indian companion Toronto, the masked Methuselah of the plains fought a losing battle against law and order in the early western United States. Return with us now to those boring days of yesteryear. From out of the past comes the clippity-clop of the lame horse aluminum. The old ranger rides again.
Giddy up, aluminum. Come on. Nothing. Oh, you need a cup of Maxwell's Mighty Mug. That's what you need. Oops. Sorry about that, aluminum.
We'll be back with our exciting adventure right after this. Ladies and gentlemen, gather round your wireless and steady your Sunday paper, because today, from the heart of every happy kitchen, comes a cup that does more than wake you up. It wakes you up to wonder. Introducing Maxwell's Mighty Mug, the coffee that puts an extra pep in your step. And a whole lot of power in your palm. One steaming cup, and you'll feel it. The Mighty Mug Lift. Need to lift a piano? No problem. Need to outrun the milkman? Step aside. Need to spot a lost sock from 3 rooms away? Maxwell's Mighty Mug has you covered.
Say, Mr. Announcer Man, I poured my husband a cup this morning and he carried the piano out to the porch, polished the car, and still had time to bake a pie, all before breakfast.
That's the Mighty Mug effect, ma'am. 1 cup gives you the kind of get up and go that used to take a week of rest and a telegram from Aunt Mabel.
I used to be late on Route 7. Now I deliver the mail, the groceries, and the neighbor's cat, all before the second verse of the jingle. And remember, keep smiling.
And for the modern man of science,
after a cup of Maxwell's Mighty Mug, I solved the crossword, invented a new kind of shoelace, and discovered where I left my spectacles. On my head.
Folks, it's not just coffee. It's a cup full of courage. A mug full of moxie. Brewed from beans that have seen the sun and learned a thing or two about standing tall. Maxwell's Mighty Mug, for the fellow who wants to be a little more than ordinary. And between you and me, it's the only coffee that makes your cape feel right at home. So step lively to your grocer, dash to your corner drugstore, and ask for Maxwell's Mighty Mug, the coffee that gives you power to do the little things that make life grand. Maxwell's Mighty Mug, oh what a treat, a cup of courage, a morning feat, 1 sip and you'll fly through the day. Mighty Maxwell's Mug shows you the way. Hey! Maxwell's Mighty Mug, perk up to power. Side effects may include spontaneous whistling, sudden helpfulness, and an irresistible urge to compliment the mailman. And now our story. In the dusty little town of Tumbleweed Junction, where the tumbleweeds are polite and the saloon piano only plays in G major, trouble has a new shape. The object resembles a shoe in appearance.
There he is! The
shoe flinger!
He stole my left boot.
My horseshoes are missing! My horseshoes are missing!
Enters Cicada with a slow, deliberate footstep. Barefoot. People of Tumbleweed Junction, I have not stolen your shoes. I merely borrowed them for a lesson in aerodynamics. As Buddha might have said.
Borrowed? He borrowed my boot and it flew into the mayor's hat. My mule is barefoot and offended.
When shoe leaves foot, foot learns humility. When shoe returns, foot learns gratitude. As Buddha might have said.
That's not wisdom! That's a missing shoe report!
And so the town of Tumbleweed Junction had a problem. Shoes were flying, horses were limping, and the only person who could possibly help was, well, someone who once helped. Someone who once helped. Memory is a tricky saddle. Ladies and gentlemen, behold the return of the old ranger. He's older, he's bolder, he's probably forgotten why he came.
Where's my cane? There it is. I can't go without that. Aluminum. Toronto, is that my hat or a small prairie moon?
Is your hat, sir? The moon is still in sky, where you left it last Tuesday.
Shoes! I remember, shoes. I once tracked a boot from here to the next county and back again. We'll solve this, Toronto. We'll bring back every shoe and maybe a sock or two.
Ugh. We also bring back your jury duty summons, which you forgot. Judge is not forgiving man, Kimoslabi.
Jury? I thought that was a new brand of jam.
Ranger, you're needed. The town's shoes are flying, and the judge is asking questions. Also, you missed jury duty.
You missed jury duty? I never miss a...
You miss civic responsibility. They might put you in jail.
Jail? Well, I've been in jail before. They had a piano and a very polite cellmate.
When shoe is lost, seeker must learn to fling, as Buddha might have said. And with that, the old ranger's next steps were clear. Find the blind flinging master, retrieve the shoes, and if possible, avoid the judge's gavel. Outside town, in a place that looked suspiciously like an abandoned boot factory, lived the blind old Flung Shoo master.
sir. I seek the ancient art of Flung Shoo.
You seek what you already found and lost. Come in, sit. Remove your shoes.
You remove my shoes, but my horse is the one with the problem.
Aluminum shoes are not the only shoes that limp. Memory limps too.
Him right. Your memory limps like mule with pebble in boot.
Very well. I will learn.
Flung Shoo is not about throwing. It is about convincing Shoo to leave willingly. You must whisper to it, then let it fly. Also, you must practice the ancient stance.
The ancient stance?
Stand like a fence post, breathe like a kettle, and look like you forgot your own name.
I've been practicing that for years.
Him very good at it. And now the final lesson. Snatch the marble from between my toes.
But that's not fair. You're blind. I could do it easy.
You think I am blind because I cannot see? Try it. Snatch the marble from between my toes.
All right. Oh, phew. Wow. Boy, you sure did kick me in the head.
Better to be shoeless when kicking head, or else you be dead.
As Buddha might have said.
Cicada, your flinging is too enthusiastic. You must learn restraint.
Master, I have come to assist. My shoes have been flung into the wind, and also into the mayor's pantry.
You must learn restraint.
Restraint is like a shoe with a lace. It keeps things together, as Buddha might have said.
Very well. We will teach the ranger the 3 principles of Flung Shoo. 1. The shoe must be persuaded. 2. The shoe must be released. 3. The shoe must be returned.
I can do that. Persuade, release, return. Persuade my hat to stop flying. Release my memory. Return my jury duty notice.
Let him start with persuading Shoo. As the training continues, the old ranger whispers to a boot. The boot rolls away in embarrassment.
You have the heart of a flinger, Ranger. You have the confusion of a flinger, too, which helps.
When Shoo hears truth, it flies home, as Buddha might have said.
Back in town, the judge had grown impatient. Jury duty awaits no man, especially not one who thinks a summons is a new brand of jam. Court will now come to order. Where is the old ranger?
He's out learning Flung Shoo, Your Honor. Sir, we sent a note.
A note? The law requires presence. Send for him. If he doesn't appear, we'll issue a bench warrant.
Yes, sir. A bench warrant.
Kimoslabi, you under arrest for missing jury duty.
I'll accept arrest. I once accepted a pie. It was delicious.
Welcome to Tumbleweed Holding. We have a lost and found and a very small library.
Do you have a book on shoes?
We have a pamphlet, How to Tie Your Shoes in 3 Easy Steps. Hey, who flung shoes in my jail?
I am returning what I borrowed, as Buddha might have said.
You borrow town shoes. Now you return them by flinging them into jailer's hat.
Sometimes return requires a target. A hat is a noble target.
Cicada, you must stop flinging into hats and start returning to feet.
I will teach you the final lesson. The shoe of truth must be flung with intention.
Then teach me now. I will fling the shoe of truth, and also my jury duty notice, if it gets in the way.
1 shoe, 2 shoes, 3 shoes. Tie Time for lunch.
We need 'em plan. Town shoes scattered. Judge angry. Aluminum still barefoot.
We will hold a shoe returning ceremony. We will call every foot in town and ask it to come forward.
I will fling with grace, as Buddha might have said.
A chorus of shoes are returned. A boot parachutes down. A slipper boomerangs. A horseshoe lands on Aluminum's head like a crown.
Aluminum, your shoes are back! Your shoes are back!
But not all shoes were returned. One pair remained missing. The judge's ceremonial boots, last seen flying toward the horizon.
We must retrieve the judge's boots. Without them, we cannot preside. And without presiding, the town will be in legal limbo.
Also, without those boots, he can't do his dramatic courtroom stomp.
I sensed the boots. They flew toward the old windmill, where the wind practices its own flinging, as Buddha might have said.
At the windmill, the final confrontation took place. The old ranger, the Flung Shoo master, Cicada, Toronto, the sheriff, and a very interested jailer.
Ranger, 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 remember the 3 principles.
Persuade, release, return. Boots, you have served many a judge. You have stomped many a gavel. Come home.
My boots have returned. Court is in session and loving it.
Order in the court!
Your Honor, may I present evidence that old ranger has been learning Flung Shoo and returning shoes.
Evidence accepted. Also, Ranger, you missed jury duty, but you returned the town's footwear, which is unusual mitigation.
I apologize for missing civic duty. I thought it was a new brand of jam.
Case dismissed. And Ranger, please remember next time, jury duty is not jam.
When Shoo returns, town heals, as Buddha might have said.
The Joe Bev Show, it's where you go for laughter, fun, and go. Make the most of life, relief from strife. The Joe Bev Show. Comedy, drama, cartoons too. The old ranger rides again. Sherlock Holmes and Watson are your friends. The Joe Bev Show. It's time to laugh out loud. The radio's loud or soft if you like, but always fun listening both day and night. I'm Joe Bev and this is the Joe Bev Show. Let's go. listen for a while. And now, the Joe Bev Show.